Hi, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Jeanne. I'm a yoga teacher, and today I'm going to show you a kind of version 2.0 of the anti-rheumatic theory, because I've been teaching that sequence as a warm-up for very long, and somehow I got bored of it, to be honest. And also I found that some people struggle so much with the awareness of their own body that somehow you have to simplify a bit more some movements. So this video is especially for people with reduced mobility, or people with it's called apraxia. So it means that they struggle with left, right, and moving certain articulation, like they are not so coordinated. It's not a criticism or a judgment. On the contrary, people exist with all kinds of specificities, and it's up to every teacher to adapt to their own students. So I would like to make this video mainly for those people, but also for the teachers who don't know what to do, who lack creativity, maybe or they struggle and they need some inspiration, and maybe I can provide that today. So I'm going to speak as if I'm addressing myself to my students. I work in a senior home location, and some people really cannot move a lot. So yeah, I discovered this is a way to make them move at least a little bit. So let's start with first straightening one leg and trying to point the toes towards the floor. So even if it doesn't touch, it's fine. The idea is to first start stretching the front of the leg, something we don't do much, and just breathe through it. And then we can do the opposite. So it's flexing the foot, sending the heel very much forward, and the toes even more towards yourself. Already, you can start feeling in your hamstrings some stretch, right? This is exactly what we're looking for. It's not so much about the angle that you're achieving, it's about how you feel within. So go ahead, try to feel behind your leg, this hamstring stretch. It's very beneficial for many reasons. You don't need to know all the whys, but try to inhabit your body from within and to observe the sensations. Okay. Then you're going to point and flex and change like this a bit more quickly. After you've tried position 1 and 0, you keep switching like a switch between 0 and 1. And just that already starts moving the energy within the leg. In yoga, we call it prana. This energy, it's a life force. Okay, let's do right away the other side. So go back like this, and you point the foot and you flex. You point slowly. Take time to breathe. Relax the upper body and then flex. Keep changing. Almost forgot, but on a chair yoga, the most important is the posture, and you have to sit on the edge of the chair, okay? Because if you sit on the back, this is actually something I make them try by themselves, and they discover that indeed, like this, they get sluggish in their back, right? And it looks resting, it looks comfortable, but it's not so much on the long run, okay? So whenever you sit up straight like this, suddenly, yes, your back lengthens and you sit straighter, and it's easier to breathe, just that. And also, for some, it's easier to also stand up, just like this. If you're like this, go ahead and try to stand up just by pushing on your feet. It doesn't work like this. So yeah, it's a tiny exercise, but just to stand up and sit back. Sometimes people are afraid to do so. So maybe you need to start with tables around you just to reassure yourself. But yeah, just try to do this without bending forward too much, and try to keep your back straight, and rest assured that the chair is not going to move, okay? If you keep it on a mat, it's not going to move. Yeah, so we started with the toes like this. We can do the same with the hands. We can do both together, and we bring the fingertips towards ourselves like this, showing the wrist up. And then we do the opposite, and we turn the palms up, and we open up. Arms are straight. Open your palms, open your thumbs, and try to bring your fingertips backwards. Yeah. Breathe. And relax. Okay. Something else for the posture is I really make them do the exercise. I always say, okay, feet parallel, ankles underneath the knees. But why? Well, try something else. Try the toes open. The knees are going to follow. Your pelvis is going to fall forward, and like this, you cannot sit up without mobilizing your whole core, right? Like this, it's very stable, it's easy. Like this, not so much, okay? Takes more energy from the inside of your thighs. Same if you put your feet inside, your knees are going to touch, and like this, try to come up, and then try to walk like this. You look like a robot. That's one thing. So yes, feet parallel, that's one thing. And then if it's too much open, go ahead and try to come up. It's not natural at all. If the feet are too close, you're not so sure, and for the balance is not easy. So hip as wide, feet as wide as your hip is really the optimal distance, okay? And finally, so we have the feet and the ankles after the knees. Go ahead, try to lift yourself up. It's impossible. If you put your feet too much back, then you can't put your heels down on the floor. So you're going to fall forward. So yeah, you have always those 3 dimensions. So the width of your feet, the parallel or inside, and then forward, the distance of your ankles underneath the knees. Okay. I'm closing the brackets. Then we're going to do another movement. I call it the pendulum. You start with one leg. It's not so much about lifting the leg really high, it's just off the floor, okay? And you're going to do a movement like this, left to right. Change this. And you see, it's just left to right. Yeah. And you can keep a hand on the knee, so you're not tempted to move like this, because this is for the hip, right? This is the hip moving. This is for the knee to move. Okay. And then in the prolongation of this exercise, you're going to put your foot like this, as if you're standing like this, which is not good on the long run, but we're working the articulations here. And then on the other side, like your feet are like this, off the floor. So inside, out, inside, out. It's like the pendulum has a feather at the end, and it's moving like this with the air around. So go ahead, try that side, and then you can switch to the other side. You see, you can really keep your foot close to the floor, you can brush against the floor, but don't drop the foot on the floor. And so it moves the knee, well, the hip also, but the hip moves like this only. It's not this movement working, it's just this. And when you do the foot on top of that, yeah. Okay. Then, of course, we have a third movement, which is the yes-no. So when your legs, let's say, are straight like this, both together, heels away from the hips, and you're going to send both feet to one side and then the toes to the other side, like wipers, right? Windshield wipers. And you can do the same with your hands. So the straighter the arms, the tougher it gets. Let's first do with the legs, actually. Okay, and relax. So we have 3 movements, right? You have point and flex for the feet and the hands. Then you have, it's like the late Queen of England, right? Where you salute like this with the feet and the hands. And then it's really hello, goodbye type of. You don't have to do with the feet because we already did with the feet, but this is to show you. So the upper arm is not moving, right? Show you both angles. You try to move only the wrist. Okay. Then once you've done this, you can try to add that movement. So same, the upper arm is not moving. It's rotating in the shoulder like this, but that's it. And the most important is for the wrist and the elbow. Okay. Then you have, well, it's easy, it's this one, we did it already. So you point and you flex, point and flex. You can do hands, palms up and in. So you have point and flex. You have windshield wipers and Queen of England, okay? And it reminds, of course, the 6 movements of the spine, right? Because you have forward and back, you have left and right, and then you have the twists. Okay, so everything is interconnected. I find this way to memorize the 6 movements you can do with the ankles and the elbows and the shoulders. Same for the legs. A bit different than the classic anti-rheumatic theory, but it's a good way to very slowly become more aware of your body and to warm it up in a very cool way where you don't risk to injure yourself, because nothing is with weights or too many repetitions. No, there is no workout. It's really just for the articulations. And if you're a senior practitioner or someone struggling a bit with the mobility and the representation of your body in space, it's called proprioception, actually. There's a scientific term for that. Yoga can definitely help you to work with this. So don't give up. It's not easy for you. Maybe it's less easy than for other people, but you can do it. Don't forget that. Okay. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please put a thumb up. If you like this way of teaching, please do subscribe and activate the bell so you get the next notification for the future videos to come. Here is a playlist for chair yoga and the playlist for warm-ups. So you can find more inspiration if you're a teacher. Cheers. Have a great day.